Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne, and I am coming on here sort of impromptu tonight, just to kind of. I didn't plan on coming on tonight, but I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and come on. And I'm in my nightgown or my jammies, and kind of settling in here. And I thought, well, I'll go ahead and come on. I don't know if hardly anybody's going to show up, but whoever is here, I thank you. Thank you for coming here. And I thought we could chit chat for a few minutes and kind of catch up what's going on with y'all and how y'all are doing. And I'd love to hear how you're doing and how things are going for you. You know, the week is almost at the end. Right now, it's almost over. I mean, as far as the work part of the week goes for most people. And we're looking forward to the weekend. And I wanted to take advantage of being able to come on here because, as y'all know, next week my college starts back up. And for those that don't know me very well, I'm 63 years old. And I went back to college at age 62. And so I'm taking more than full-time classes, and they're very hard. And my goal is to go to law school. So that's kind of where I'm headed in my direction academically. And so it's a lot of work. So starting on Monday, classes open back up. And I did go to summer session. I did go to summer semester. And I've had about 3 weeks off, which has been glorious. And now it's back to the grind, but I love it. I love it. So I have to travel in an hour to and from, and then, for classes. So I will be on here. I just, it'll still be probably at the same time, but I just don't know how often. Instead of like every night, it might be like every couple nights or so. Welcome, Scott. Welcome, welcome. Let me see who's all here. Thank you. I'm surprised anyone has showed up. Pistol Pete, the Dark Blade 309. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think you're new here. Renee, of course, thank you for coming. Nana's New Normal. Thank you. Thank you. Scott, hey, it's great to see you, Scott. Scott, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better? Scott bumped his head. And, I've had a situation where I ran into a wooden hanger right into my eye, that it was wedged. And y'all know that story about how it knocked me to the floor, and I began to develop symptoms, and it turned into what was called a brain aneurysm. And that was about 10 years ago. So you can't mess with anything like that. But I hope you're doing better, Scott. Yeah, you know what, Nana? Sleep is the most important thing you can do for yourself, even beyond exercise. Sleep is number one. People don't realize they even lose weight in their sleep. And the more you sleep, sometimes the more weight you seem to lose, or at least for me. And sleep is essential to me. So sleep is number one. College will be number two. And of course, my family is in there too. I have a family. Hey, Brianna, welcome to you. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it, Brianna. Thank you. I know I'm on here late. Welcome, Salvatore. Thank you. Um, I realize it's late and I come on late. So a lot of people are in bed, going to bed, watching the news. They're not going to be on here. But it gives me a time of the day that I can come on, because I really can't much come on most of the time during the day. And I'm busy. My life is very, very, very busy. And I have a wonderful life, but it's a busy life and it's a productive life. And I'm very scheduled. So this kind of works for me. And I don't like the lighting out here. It makes me look blue. It gives me kind of a shiny look. It's not complimentary to me. But during the day it is. But at night I have to use lighting out here. And this is Grandma's porch. As you all see, it's got the beautiful trees in the background that you can't see at night. And this is Grandma's couch. And so I'm out here because my family is inside, and I don't like to disturb them when I'm doing a live, and they walk right in front of the camera. So my husband, he said he was going to join me tonight. I don't think he is, but he said he was. So anyhow, if I miss your name, and please do comment, because I won't know you're here if you don't comment. And but I can't, I have 20/25 vision, but when it comes to reading, I have to put the glasses on now. And I can tell you, the doctor said it has nothing to do with wearing glasses. I'm going to tell you my theory, and I could be totally wrong. But the moment I started to school a year ago, I was sitting at the computer so much that I started to wear my reading glasses. Up until that point, even at 62 years old, I didn't have to wear glasses. And now, because I've worn the glasses so much, I think it weakens the eyes. And so when I go to read, I can't really see the comments until I put the glasses back on. But the glasses also reflect, so I try to take them off as well. And I have like 20 pairs of glasses, but my favorite pair that you've all seen, I can't find them. I cannot find them. I don't know where I put them. So I'm wearing my ugly, these are all ugly glasses. I mean, I don't know, they look like construction glasses. See how ugly they are? They are so ugly. So, but I have to wear them anyhow. Welcome, New Horizons. Thank you. I saw you over on Gina's channel just a little bit ago. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're here, New Horizons. Thank you so much for being here. let me go over here for a quick second over here and try to do a pop out here. Wait a minute. 1 second here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go over here for a quick second. Had to mute that. Had to mute it. I'm trying to do the pop out so that I can. Yes, Scott said, you know what? Let me just say this. Good etiquette, if you know the person, and if you've been to their chat more than once. Let me go back over here now to my. Okay, if you have been to someone's channel and you like their channel, I think it's common courtesy, and I do this for everyone's channel that I go to. It's just kind of common courtesy to share out. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't take away anything. All you do is click the share button, put in 2 little words, live stream. Send it out. Your friends have an opportunity to come on over, and it really helps promote the person's channel that you go to. It's so easy. Britton Farm Homestead. Welcome, welcome. What a fantastic channel you have. I love your channel. Jeff TV, welcome, welcome. As soon, I have a couple mods in here, and they will probably drop links, I hope, for me. And I'm going to kind of explain the link thing. As many of you, why am I going to law school? Renee, that's a good question. I don't know. It was kind of like, I'm 63 years old, and my children, my last child, I might have 3 children. They're all young adults. My last child graduated high school a year ago, and it was homeschool, but it was homeschool public school done at home. Fantastic program. I highly recommend it. But I was really like the teacher, although he had teachers. So I had to be at home for the last 4 or 5 years. And once he was done, I said, I've got to do something for me. And even though I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I run every day, I work out every day, I paint, I do so much. I lead a very full life. But I wanted to add something, and so I decided to go back to college. And it's amazing. I'm the oldest person there. I'm the oldest student, 63. I'm older than the teachers. I'm older than all the students. But it's fun. I carry a book bag. I do. I carry a book bag. And I go to the lunch in the cafeteria. And so, yeah, I do. I do. And yes, Scott, thank you. My husband and I've been together about 30 years, about 30. And well, we've been married about 30. And he and I are very much alike underneath, but on the surface, we're very different. And he's out, my whole family's outgoing. We're all outgoing. We're all just kind of, everybody knows us. We're kind of like the Addams family and the Munsters combined. They're a little kooky, a little goofy, but they're wonderful. And the whole town knows us. My one son, he was the prom king twice, the youngest one. Even though he was in a homeschool program, they did a prom every year through the public school system. And he ended up being the prom king twice. My daughter was homecoming queen. And my other son, he rides a motorcycle through town. I mean, he's everybody knows us. And, they know me as the woman who runs every day because I'm out there, 63 years old. I'm out there doing 5 miles on the trail every day, past the golf courses, because we live in an old people's town. And everybody knows me. And so we're kind of the most popular. We're like the Munsters, okay? Welcome, MJ. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And, there's nothing wrong with being different, good different. And I think we're very good different. I'm very different, but I'm good different. People remember me. I went to the shoe store the other day. Long story short, y'all know I had a little problem with my foot due to running. Went to the podiatrist. I have a lot of pairs of shoes. I bought all these Skechers, but I ended up buying something called New Bound, whatever, New something. They're wonderful. Wonderful. Well, I went to the podiatrist and I said, do I need another pair of shoes? He said, these are the best shoes on the market for your feet, especially as a runner. And so I went out and bought like 10 pairs. But anyhow, I went to the shoe store the other day and another woman waited on me, a young woman. And she said, oh, yeah, my sister waited on you last time. People remember me. They remember my kids. They remember my husband. My husband's very quiet and subdued, but he's very personable too. Once he gets to know you, he's more of a thinker, and well, I'm a thinker too. Okay, but he's technical. I am spiritually wisdom, and so he comes to me for wisdom, and I go to him for technical stuff. So, how is everybody tonight? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know, how are you doing? How are you doing? How is life treating you? I know Scott, he had hurt his head. He was going through a rough patch, and it's okay. You know, my channel is not a growth channel, although you will grow on here, but you're going to make friends because a lot of the same people come back. And Miss Southern Belle, thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. And we make friends on here. You know, I'm almost at 10K, okay, give or take a few days. And I've only been up here a little over 6 months and publicly. Now, remember, I had a channel for 10 years, but it was only for family and friends, even though I made videos. They were like 1-minute videos. They weren't titled, they weren't tagged, but they were left open to the public. When I started about a little over 6 months ago, I had right around a little bit over 200, but most of them were family and friends that I had met along the way. You know, that family and then friends that I knew in person. And so I started off with about 200. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to tag. I didn't know how to title. I didn't know how to do thumbnails. I didn't know how to do nothing. I knew my theme was going to be Grandma's Porch because my wisdom came, in part from Grandma. But that was all I knew because my channel, even for my kids and family, has always been about wisdom. It's always about inspiration. If you go back on those old videos, the 1-minute ones, they were for family and friends. They were all wisdom, a wisdom topic. I have about several thousand videos up here. So in the last 6 months, I've grown to almost 10K. I'm climbing, and I'm climbing, and but my channel is about friendship. Okay, it's not about numbers. It's not about numbers. So when you come here, and you come here consistently, you're likely to make friends. You're probably going to make friends here. Okay. And it's like Van Life with Gina Payne. Her channel is a friendship channel, and it's fantastic. Gandang, welcome, welcome. Gandang, I was just talking about, I'm not giving out jackets tonight. I'll tell you in a minute. Griffin Fish Room, hello everyone at work dropping by. Thank you, Griffin, thank you. I don't want to miss anybody. Gandang, I'm going to explain to you why I'm not giving out jackets tonight. Augustine Eugenio, welcome, welcome, thank you. Yes, you must be in Filipino time. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming. Thank you. And if I miss your name, just keep putting comments in there, and eventually I'll see your name in there. The reason, Gundang, is that I'm not doing it is, as many of you know, Lisa, oh my gosh, welcome, 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 my friend. Oh my gosh, welcome, welcome. Thank you so very, very much, my friend, for coming here. Thank you, thank you. Yes, New Horizons, we all started on here for different reasons. And I'll tell you, someone came to me 6 months ago and they said, you've got to go public on your YouTube instead of just for family and friends. And I had no idea. I said, I said to myself, if I can reach 1,000 in 12 months, I will be thrilled. My channel hit 1,000 in about a month. And now I'm almost at 10K. I mean, it's just been unreal and wonderful and blessed, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. But it's about friendship. It's all about friendship here. It's all about friendship. Okay. And so, coming to my channel, I want to know who you are. I want to get to know you. So, about what happened on my channel last week. Okay, so I want to explain to Gundang because why I'm not giving out blue jackets tonight, only to the people that I know personally and that I know well. I had an experience last week where normally I let people come up on the panel now that I don't know, but now I can only, for right now, let people up that I can clearly, either I clearly know who they are or I can clearly see them beforehand in the little thing that as the link as they come up. And the reason for that is, as those of you that were on my channel, I got, I don't know what the word is called, but someone came up and I hesitated. And remember, hesitation often is God speaking to you. And I didn't listen to it. And I normally always listen. And I don't know why I didn't listen, but I let them up. And as soon as I let them up, oh my gosh, we had to shut down the stream. And it was full Monty, up close and personal. It wasn't nice. I still can't unsee it. I still cannot unsee it. Okay. Full Monty, very up close. And so I had to shut down the stream. I had to delete the stream. And the stream had been on about an hour and we had covered such great topic and it all had to be deleted. And I had to restart. So that's why I'm being extremely careful now. And as I get to know you, you'll get jackets. And as you get to know you, then I bring people slowly up on the stream again. But I will put in the stream for people that I know that if they would like to come up and talk about their channel or just chit chat or whatever. But yeah, I had that. And then the week before, y'all know who were here then, I don't want to call them a stalker because they really weren't a stalker. They were berserk and crazy. And that would put a little bit of, I was very uncomfortable. So I've kind of been through my thing and it's kind of my learning curve. Because you don't know, but most people are wonderful and nice and kind and good. Okay. Yeah, Miss Southern Belle, but I think I was the only one foolish enough to let him come up, you know. E.T., wonderful to see you. Thank you. I'm getting ready for winter now. It's a challenge because of my age. I feel great, but living alone, the winters are now getting much harder on crutches most of the time. E.T.I., David, welcome. It's great to see you here. Thank you. And Gundang, I have a lot of friends who are Filipino that you will see come on here. Mine is an international channel. New Horizons said, I had a horrible troll experience. Thank goodness I have good moderators. Yes. And New Horizons, you are a moderator now. Yeah, there are crazy people in the world. And, the bigger my channel is getting so quickly, I have to realize that's part of the territory. And don't let it stop you. So many people, it's something like what happened to me. Thank you, Gundang. Oh, really, Miss Southern Belle? I'm really kind of surprised. Other people let that person up like I did. Wow, because I mean, I knew better, but I just thought, well, this person wants to shout out their channel. I don't know them, but I feel kind of bad because I'm kind and I'm good. Remember, I talked about this. Don't let kindness be stupid. Kindness needs to be smart. And that night, I was trying to be nice and thoughtful, and I let that overtake my smarts. And now I'm being smart rather than, I'm being kind, but I'm being smart with it. Wonder Girl, welcome. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. James Cantonese, welcome. Don't let yourself be fooled, and don't let yourself, because of your good nature, be taken for granted. Edison, welcome. And Max Air, welcome. Thank you. Please do hit the bell, and please, if you will, share me out. I would love if you share me out. Blue Eyes, welcome. Thank you. Yes, Blue Eyes, you are so right. When you come on here, um, mine's a grandma channel. We just talk grandma stuff, wisdom, stuff like that. How your day was, making friends. But there are people out there that want to wreak havoc and they want to be nasty because they have no better life to do. They have no real life. They live in their grandmother's basement with an old box computer in the corner with the mold growing up in the dark. And their highlight of their day is to see how much damage and how much chaos they can create because they have no happiness in their life. I was watching a stream last night. Someone was talking about a hate channel or a hate stream or something, and they were being bashed on this hate stream. I don't understand it because my life is geared to positive. It's geared to living your best life. It's lived to being your best self. It's not lived to put down other people. It's lived to lift up other people. So I don't understand that mentality and I don't want to understand it. Toxic people, you don't spend your time trying to understand toxic people because they're just toxic. Do your best to get away from toxic personalities. And I don't like to call people toxic. I like to call them toxic personalities rather than toxic people because it's their personality that's toxic. And they're choosing that. They're unhappy. Happy people lift other people up. Unhappy people tear other people down. Okay, remember that. If someone is gossiping, is nasty, is hateful, is jealous, any of those kind of emotions, those bickering emotions, they're not happy. They're not happy. They get their momentary happiness out of having those behaviors, but those behaviors are so that the happiness is so fleeting that it just doesn't last. Okay, so I would like for you, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, this is the question of the night. I got to thinking about this. What in your time here on YouTube has been your one biggest blunder? Your biggest blunder. Y'all know what my biggest blunder was letting the person up who did the full Monty right in front of us. And so that was probably my biggest blunder so far. And let's hope that is the biggest blunder that I've made and will make. Let's pray. But what has been your biggest blunder that you have made on YouTube? Whether you do live streaming or videos or you just type in the chat, what has been your biggest blunder? I would love to know. My biggest blunder is letting someone up on screen that I did not know and had not, I guess they call the word vetted or something. So thank you, Renee. Thank you so much for sharing me out. I really, really appreciate it. You think so, Blue Eyes? I don't know. I think it's someone living in their grandmother's basement, but you might be right. Yeah, Miss Southern Belle, if you live long enough, it's going to happen. People will offend us. No, I'm not a person that gets easily. Thank you, Gundang. Thank you so much. I'm not a person that gets easily offended because I just don't. But there are some things that are offensive, and we have to know not to have a chip on our shoulder. And yet we have to know when to let things brush ourselves off and when to actually be offended. Welcome, Mech. Welcome. You have been so great, Mech. Mech has been on my channel, I think, since I really started it up and running about 6 months ago. Welcome, Cherry. Welcome to you. Thank you. And of course, my friend Lisa Sharp up there, she's been my friend with me from way a long time ago on Facebook before she married her husband. And her husband was on my page. And then they got together and then he brought her over and we've all become friends. And she's an amazing woman, amazing and intelligent and happily married. Let's see. Scott says, I'm making a video about how I did not agree with transgender bathrooms. I had to do an apology video. Don't make videos when you're angry. Diana, hello, Braz. Hello, Braz. The thing about it is, I think I want to talk to you about politics for a minute. And I don't discuss politics one way or the other on my channel. Okay, I'm just going to let you all know that. Welcome, Chilano. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Mac. Thank you. I want to share with you something. I never talk politics on my virtual pages until a few months ago. Never, 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 because it's divisive. I don't talk politics over here, and this channel is not about politics, and it will not be about politics, okay? But over on my personal page, not my public, I have a public everyday Words of Wisdom with Diana Brienne on Facebook, Diana Brienne Fairchild on Facebook. That has about 11,000. It would have had a lot more, but Facebook changed all the rules. And now most of the people that were on there can't see the post unless they come directly to the page. So I only pretty much post my videos over there now, but it's a way people can connect with me through messaging. Everyday Words of Wisdom with Diana Brienne Fairchild. That's on Facebook. But my personal page, which is usually maxed out at any one given time, I do now talk politics because everybody else was. And everybody else I listened for years hear their opinions that often differed from mine. And I thought, well, let me just speak my views and I'll do it right. And I did. Well, I can tell you, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've lost some friends. I've lost some friends. Not me dumping them. They dumped me because they had totally opposite views, which I said, that's fine. You go ahead and speak your views and I'll speak mine, and we'll respect each other, that we each just differ. Well, not everybody is like that. Okay. And I have to tell you that a very, very long-time friend, long-time in-person friend, we're talking in-person friend that I've known for a long time, but the last many years we've just really connected through virtual media. They dumped me. They dumped me. They dumped me. And because they didn't like my views politically. And I'm more conservative, to be honest. I'm a conservative, but I'm very, very open-minded. I'm an open-minded conservative. I support everybody, okay, that's doing right things. I don't support destructive behaviors. I support people that have valid, I believe everyone is equal, everyone across the board. And should be treated right. Everybody should be treated with respect. Everyone. And but I have my own political views, and so I noticed that I hadn't seen this friend on the news feed, and then when I looked, they had unfriended me. And well, I have to say I've only done it once. Really, one time. Now I unfriend anybody who's rude. If someone's rude on my pages, I unfriend them. Okay, period. Doesn't matter whether you're conservative, liberal, anything in between, whether you're a Martian, it doesn't matter. I will unfriend you if you're rude, period. Now, having said that, there was one person who used to be on my page. He was just so politically, I could be talking about spaghetti and he would put nasty, nasty political comments underneath. And so I had to take him off of there. My posts were all public. I left him open to the public, and he would come over there even after he'd been unfriended and put stuff in the post. And it could be talking about spaghetti, like I said, and yet he would be very nasty politically. And not to me, not at me, but his comments were so awful that I had to finally take my posts from public to just only my friends could see them. So, it's a very divisive thing. So you have to decide, is politics worth your friendships? You've got to make that decision. I do believe that we judge each other based on our beliefs. And I know I judge people based upon their beliefs. Thank you, Scott. I didn't know you were an alien, but yes. Melnet, welcome, welcome, my friend. Melnet has an RV channel. She's fantastic channel. Fordman, welcome, welcome. MGA, welcome, welcome. You know, I'm part of a channel network. We call them the RV channel. And Gina kind of pulls Gina Van Life with Gina Payne kind of pulls us all together. Ben, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyone I've missed, you know, just put another comment in there and I will see you. So there's RV channels. Melnet is over there. Fordman is over there. Renee is over there. So many. You know, there's meant to be RVing. Bob's Adventures. So many of these channels, but they're like family. They're like family. So that's what I want my channel to be, is like family. That you all come here time and time again. You get to know each other. And that's what I want. And that's why we don't discuss politics here. You know, I'll do it over on my Facebook page, but not here. Okay. Because it is divisive and my channel is not about politics here. My channel is about living your best life, whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, or anything else, or an alien or a Martian, it doesn't matter. You are welcome here as long as you're polite and kind and nice. And most everybody is, except for that one that came up last week. And New Horizons says, I'm getting ready to go full time in our RV in September. That is wonderful. Wonderful. Welcome, Golden Lucas. You know, my husband, New Horizons, and I were on the RV. We're looking at RVs again. We've had two big ones. We had a kind of like what Melnet has. We had a Bounder, which was 40 feet and a diesel, and I drove it, and it was like a bus. And then we had a Winnebago Sightseer, which had a bunk bed room for the kids. And then it had our bedroom and had a living room, kitchen, all of that. And we loved that. And we did 48 states. And so we're looking for another motorhome again, so we can start traveling. Because my husband and I, you know, our kids are finally grown. It'll be kind of a different adventure now, because I don't know if our kids will go with us all the time like they did in the past. La Gang Katabang Ninja, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. And so my channel is meant to be kind of a second home and a place that you can, like Gina calls her channel, a place that everybody knows your name. And yes, Melnet, yes, Melnet, can you message me over on my Facebook? And actually, if one place or the other, if you can message me over there or friend me or whatever, because I think it goes to the other inbox if you message me on my personal one. But if you message me on my Everyday Words of Wisdom, Diana Brienne Fairchild, that goes to the main Mel one. So, yeah. So, I don't have Instagram, Melnet. I do, but I don't use it, and I don't know how to use it. So I probably get lost in there. But I have the two Facebook pages, and but there's a second inbox on Facebook. I periodically check. I don't know if you all know that there's a second inbox. You have to kind of scroll your mouse around, and it gets all the spam stuff or stuff that people that are not your friends. It gets all of that. So periodically I go over there to see if, you know, anyone that's known me from the past is looking for me, you know, in a good way. And so I go over there too. But I want to hear more about your opinion, you know, because we're living in a different country, but same world, different culture, but with same interest. You know, Mega, people are just people. We're all people. We're all people. But some people go about things differently. And, you know, political divisiveness has always been around. It will always be around. and we all have our own opinions. I think that politics can separate people. It really can, because remember, we are our belief system. And if someone doesn't like your belief system, how are they really going to have a close and meaningful relationship? They can be respectful to you, but they may not want a relationship with you if what you believe is different than what they believe. And that's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. So over here, we don't do politics. We just don't. We just don't. We do wisdom. We do grandma talk. We do prayer. We do chit chat. We do all kinds of stuff. But and hopefully no more full Monties. So, do the girls get better looking at closing time? I said, do people get better looking at closing time? I remember years ago, when I was young, we'd go to the disco, and at the end of the night, it seemed like people wanted to pair up or meet somebody, and by the time you got out to the parking lot, everybody was out in the parking lot, like hugging and kissing and all that. I guess people get better looking at closing time. And so coming on here at night, I think most of us, at least me, I'm kind of, wearing down, kind of winding down. I'm at the top of my game in the morning, and then, I do pretty good. And then, I start to rest and recharge later in the day. But so yeah. So what has been your biggest mistake, if you've had one, on YouTube? Have you made a blunder of any kind? I would love to know if you've made a blunder, because I've made a few, but my worst one was letting someone up on screen that I did not know. And I highly recommend knowing who you're bringing up, because once they're up here, that's it. You might have to restart your whole stream. Oh, Golden Lucas, thank you. I live the life that I come on every day. Thank you, Mech. Thank you. I live the life that I talk about. Everything that I talk about is what I believe. And, I pretty much I've covered everything, every possible topic pretty close that you can imagine. And I try to talk about real stuff that comes in our everyday life, stuff that happens, stuff that we have to deal with. And I try to cover every kind of topic. And from my perspective, I don't give advice. I don't give suggestions. I just try to cover every kind of topic. So just to let y'all know, starting next week, as y'all know, anybody had missed, I will be starting back to college on Monday. And so life is going to get very, very busy. If I come on, it'll still be about this time of the night, somewhere in there. And I won't be on every night. I'll be on some nights. It's just kind of a hit and miss. Maybe I'll be on a couple nights in a row and then off for a couple nights, or one night on, one night off, couple nights off. Who knows? It's whatever works for me. And sometimes I can't give much notice, but it's usually somewhere around this time, because it's the only time of the day or night that works for me. Okay. Miss Southern Belle says, I just think my mistakes are like everyone else. We misjudge folks. Yeah, it's easy to, because you have people typing. And hello, Juanita. Welcome, welcome. When you're typing in there, let me think about what I've messed up. Well, tonight on Gina's channel, I made a mistake. And of course, she's so cool. Remember, how you handle someone else's mistakes reflects who you are, not who they are. So by mistake, I dropped my link, because I'd done Control Save, and I dropped my link. And you're not supposed to do that, in her channel. Some people's you can, but not in hers. But somebody had asked me earlier to drop my link, and I did. And I still had that in there. And by mistake, I pushed it out of habit. And then I hurry up and deleted it. And so Gina handled, she was so cool, so cool. And let me tell you, I was on one channel and I saw the host, like me, she berated somebody who made a mistake in the feed. And you know what? I was so disgusted with her. I left. I just left the feed. I didn't want to be on her channel anymore because how she treated that person was so rude. The person made a mistake. They apologized, but yet she kept going over and over and over and over it. And that reflected her, not the person in the stream. I hope they left. So remember, how you handle someone else's mistakes reflects who you are. So handle them well and handle them kindly. Okay. And so, you know, I don't know. I've learned all kinds of stuff on here. So I've learned about, you make mistakes, you brush yourself off, you get back on. One of the big things for me, because I've climbed so fast, they purge me periodically. They purge me. They just, and I know that once you hit 10K, they purge you big time. And so I don't know how, I've seen people purged like 50 people in 1 minute. And I don't know if they're dead accounts. I don't know what they are. So I've learned a lot about stuff like that, stuff like that. And I just have misguided people that I thought were friends, some local channels that I thought were friends bash me hard to try to get me to stop doing YouTube. Now I'm wiser to making friends. New Horizons, one of the things is it happens to all of us. It happens to everybody. Was a awesome moderator on my horrible troll. I'm forever good. Melnet is fantastic. I'm so good. Melnet and Meant to Be RVing came over here to my rescue the night I got the person who was deranged, absolutely out of their mind. And they came over and rescued me, and I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful, so grateful. And that's why the other thing, you got to have great moderators in here, because if you don't have great moderators, you're going to be in trouble. Okay. I wouldn't recommend coming on, as big of a channel as mine is. I wouldn't recommend coming on alone, because you need people that are watching over you. You really, really do. And yeah, you do. But you want to build friendships here. It's not about subscribers. Subscribers are nice, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here for the friendship. I love the friendship and to share out my wisdom. And the truth is, Miss Southern Belle says, I am nervous about going on panels again because I don't know the other people and I'm afraid of saying them. Miss Belle, I'm not, one night, another night. I mean, I've had so many experiences now doing this. One night I was on and I had someone come up and I don't know if they've been drinking or what, but they said something extraordinarily rude to my guest panelist. And I mean, I zapped them off of here as quick as I could, as quick as I could. This is the one rule. And this is another thing. Okay. If you are the host, it's up to you to control your panel. And if someone's not behaving, zap them, get them off of there. Get them off of there immediately. Take them off of your stream because they don't belong there if they're being rude. And I can tell you, I went on a live stream and I haven't been back where there was 2 guys up there. There was several people, but 2 guys went at it. And the older guy was really berating this younger, less smart guy, in my opinion. And it was degrading. It was diminishing. It was horrible. And yet the host just sat up there and let it all be because you know what? He figured probably maybe he was going to get more views. I don't know. Or keep people's attention. But you know what? I left. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be there. If you come up here, I'm going to do my very best at making sure that you're shielded and protected. And if someone makes one wrong comment, they're off. They're immediately off. Yes. Yes, Golden Lucas, that's true. But you know what? I go on all the channels. I go on everybody's channels. I go on the smallest of channels, and I go on the biggest of channels. Okay. Remember, I've been a small channel. I was a small channel once. Okay. Remember that. I started out of, I had 200 on my channel 6 months ago when I started out, and now I'm, almost at 10K. 200. Okay. I'm humble. I'm humbled by this whole thing. Okay. So remember, keep your humility. XIGA brothers and family, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's not about subs. It's about, thank you. Thank you, Melnet. Thank you so much. It's not about subs. It's about your quality of friendships. What does it mean if I have 10,000 subs on here and I have no friends? And I can tell you, I go on a few I don't go on them now, but I've been on a few channels, and one of them, you feel used by the time you get off of there. You feel used. They demand that you share them out. Now, I don't demand anything. I ask you to share me out, but I don't demand it. I'm grateful. That's not how he does it. He demands it, and he's not nice. And people go on his channel, and I wish him well, but that's not my approach. My approach is friendship, and that's not how you make a friendship. Thank you, Britton Farm. Britton Farm, you're right, and yet, Fearless Meadows, welcome, welcome. Britton Farm, you're. I try to keep it that way, but I can't always keep it that way because you never know who's going to come on. This is a very public forum. When you do live streams, it's all public. So you never know who's going to come on. Like what happened, we were all shocked. We were like the church ladies. All of a sudden, this full Monty is on there, and we're like, ugh, and I'm clicking the button, trying to get it off, and I couldn't get it off. I could not get it off. It took me like 30 seconds to get it off, and it was all etched in my mind. It was like, oh my gosh, but it's just the way it is, when you're public, and we're all public, it's just, you have to just kind of get a little toughened on here, and without, still stay kind, but you got to be a little bit toughened if you're going to do this, because, people can be insulting. I get insulted. Of course, I block them, and if they insult anybody in my stream, they're blocked. But I get insulted. I get all kinds of stuff. That one crazy person, oh my gosh, they came from someone else's channel. They had been, I guess, stalking someone else's channel, and they saw me on there, so they came over, and something like that. But yeah. So, what was I thinking today? Let's see. I did the videos on right places, right environments. Create your own right environment, and if you can't create a right environment where you're at, consider finding another environment so you can create a right environment. Haven't put that video out yet. It's coming. I put it in the queue. And right plans. You got to have a right plan for your life. And you've got to surround yourself with the right people. And right timing. Perfect timing is not our timing. I hate to tell you. We have to have a time schedule. We have to designate a time. That's just normal. But I always go on faith as well, because God's timing is the only perfect timing. And if you want miracles to happen, it's got to happen in God's timing. And it's got to be within the divine purposes that we're assigned to. And we all get different divine purposes. And if you want your miracle, you also have to do your part for a miracle. Okay, you just can't say, God, give me a miracle, please. I believe that God expects us to do our part to the best of our ability. And beyond that, if we want an accelerated miracle or accelerated blessing, I believe that often we have to do additional things. I mean, I know that sounds contrary to what a lot of people think or believe, but I'm a very giving, loving, caring person. And so if I want to accelerate my blessing, how I met my husband, I was just giving and loving out to the world all the time. I was doing little things for people that I didn't even know and never would see again. And then my husband walked in, you know, and so I think, what you give out, if you're giving out negativity, you're going to get back negativity. If you give out jealousy, you're going to get bad stuff back. If you give out bickering and chaos and confusion and you're a troublemaker, you're going to get all that back. But if you give out peace and harmony, you're ultimately going to get that in your life. Okay. You're going to draw in what you are. And so I'm not, and when you're in your divine assignment, there can be chaos and confusion. But when you're within your divine assignment, that's only to lift you up to the next level. But if you're not within your divine assignment or your divine purposes in life, and often chaos and confusion come to redirect you back to your purpose. These are my beliefs. Like I said, I don't give suggestions. I don't give advice. I just tell you how I see life and how I live life. Okay. Happy Place, welcome to you. Thank you for being here. Nunya, welcome. Anyone I'm missing, welcome. So, for me, faith is essential. I live my life in faith. And I grew up with grandma, and grandma had a well worn out Bible, and she had an old rocking chair and her Bible set next to it. And she would sit up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning reading her Bible, grandma. And it was well worn out. And I wish I had that Bible, but I don't know who has it, but somebody else has it. And so my grandma, she taught me from the Bible. And so I've lived my whole life on faith. I'm a very faith person. Thank you, Ben. Oh, thank you so much, Ben, for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you. And so faith is so important to me. It really, really is. It really is important. And what you give out, I freely give my wisdom out. I freely give what God has given me as my gift. Everyone has a gift. You don't have to have wisdom as your gift. You may have the art of cooking, or you may have the art of being a great listener. You may have the gift of being a great friend. You may have the gift of being a doctor, or the gift of being a plumber, or the gift of being a mechanic, whatever your gift is, but it's meant to help others. Yeah, right. Happy Place. I agree. About time. Thank you for your bit you shared. Salvatore, I imagine you're thinking about time in the sense of perfect timing. We all have to have a watch and know when to be at work and things like that. But I also live in faith that God's timing, if I'm delayed or if I'm pushed ahead, if events out of my control take place, I believe that that's all part of God readjusting my timing. Okay. We've often heard about people who missed their plane by a minute and then the plane crashed, things like that. And so I really, really live my whole life in faith. And I don't worry, I know that there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world right now, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. We're all feeling this sense of uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? God put us all here at this time period. And that wasn't a mistake. Okay, that wasn't a mistake. He had a purpose for us being in this time period where we're at, doing what we're doing. And we just have to have faith that God is our umbrella. God is our umbrella. And your faith in God is your umbrella. And that's how I live my life. That's how I live my life. Okay, I really do. So I believe in prayer. I pray every day. I take time out, my 1 hour in the morning when I first wake up. I have a full hour, just about a full hour, sometimes more, sometimes slightly less, but it's very, very important because that's my time. I stay in my bedroom with my coffee in my bed. I have my notebook. I write down all my notes. And that's where I feel like my spirit is talking to me and telling me. And that's where I get all my wisdom notes. That's what you get throughout the day, the videos. That's where that comes from. My wisdom notes. They're wrote down. They're scribbled. They're all scribbled. They're all scribbled. They're all scribbled. And, you know, I have journals and journals and journals and journals. You wouldn't believe, they're in the attic. They're in boxes. For many, 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 many years, I've been writing my wisdom notes. And my kids will have all those someday. They're handwritten. They're all mine. And like my grandma, she used to have handwritten things. Well, I have handwritten things just like grandma, all my wisdom notes. And I've been doing wisdom since I was 6 years old. And so life will teach you wisdom, but if you listen to God, God will teach you wisdom. If you want the super highway to success, find the right mentor. Okay. Without a mentor, you're going to make a lot more mistakes than you need to. You'll still make mistakes in life, but most mistakes can be avoided. And when you have a great mentor, and I always tell my kids, they can listen to their mentor, me, or they can learn the hard way. And they've learned their lessons when they haven't listened to mom. They've come back and said, Mom, you were right. You were right. And so I've had, you know, there's been times that I haven't had a mentor, but I've had a lot of great mentors. My grandma was one of my mentors. So find a mentor. And if you can't find it in person, find it online. But make sure they're the right one, because you can get a wrong mentor, and a wrong mentor can really lead you wrong. And that mentor's got to be experienced in the area that you want to be mentored in. You wouldn't go to a surgeon to learn how to cook, and you wouldn't go to a chef to learn how to do surgery. You've got to go to the right mentors. Okay, you got to have the right mentors. And so I go to the right people. There's a lot of wrong information out there, and so you've got to make sure that you're going to the right people. Okay. So anybody want to talk about anything in the chat here? And thank you, Melnet. Thank you so much. Clock Toggies. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Melachino Trio family. Thank you. Thank you, Mega. Thank you, Quinto. Thank you. You know, I've had a lot of mentors, and I'm probably at the life stage now where I'm probably more of a mentor to people. My few mentors that I really have right now, although we learn from each other, by the way, we constantly learn things from each other. I didn't have a mentor on YouTube. I have to tell you, I wish I would have had a mentor, but then maybe I wouldn't have been where I'm at today had I had a mentor. I don't know, because I didn't do the, people told me I had to do this and I had to do that to build my channel. And I didn't do any of it. I just kept putting little 5-minute videos up, and they said, oh, don't do that. That's too short. Well, my little 5-minute videos got me to almost 10K. I'm almost there. Praise God. I pray I get there. Thank you, Nunya. Thank you so much. Thank you, Scott. I'm glad you're back. Well, that's good, Scott. That's good. That's good. We never know what life is going to bring us. Gina was talking about how she met somebody the other day at the grocery store. And I did a video about a month ago called You Never Know. Let's see, one right person can change your life. How one right person can instantly walk in your life and forever change your life. You want it to be in the right way. Like my husband 30 years ago walked in my life, and that was it. And you never know, one right plan, one right idea, one right person. Be open to it. So many people are missing out on opportunities because they're not open. Don't be open to the wrong ones. Don't be open to the wrong people, the wrong opportunities, the wrong plans. Be open to the right ones. Okay, be open to the right ones. Be open. Tomorrow you could get up and you could come up with the best idea ever. Tomorrow an opportunity can come your way. Tomorrow a right person can walk into your life. Okay, one right person, one right plan, one right idea, one right place. Okay, Just remember that. Just remember that. Okay. Well, you know what? Like I said, I don't know how often I'm going to be on here. Sometimes, it's just kind of sporadic. Sometimes I'll come on every day. Sometimes I'll miss a day or two. But you can kind of get a feel that I'm usually on about this time of the night. 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. That in that time period, usually around 10. And but not every night. I have to rest, and now I'm going to have a lot of schoolwork. My life is going to be extremely busy. I do hope to do my 5-minute videos. I'm probably going to consolidate those into one long video of a 20-minute one. And the reason for that is because at 10K, I really need to do the monetization bit. And one of the things is your videos have to be longer than the short ones that I'm making. And so I'm probably going to piece together my daily wisdom into one big video instead of putting out 5 or 6 videos per day. And so I probably, some of my videos will be from college. I'll be at college going, hey, I'm a college student. I'm hanging out with my backpack and all my books and all my homework and my lunch, But so I come on here when I can or when I feel like it. And I just want to say that we're like a family. I'm building a family here, and I'm building friendships here. This is not about subscribers. If all you want to do is find subscribers, there's so many channels out there to do it. You may find, but you're going to find friends here and meet friends and make friends. And that's what this is about. This is not about how many people can I add to my channel. This is about how many friends can I make. And so that's what my channel is. And we're here to support each other, love each other, care about each other, pray for each other. And you don't have to be perfect to come to my channel. Okay. I go to Norgazar's channel, and it's kind of another grandma channel. And people talk about their health issues or whatever they're having with their problems. And we all have problems. We all get stuff. Okay. So don't feel like you have to be this perfect image, because you don't. You do not have to be perfect. I'm not perfect, just to let you know. We're the Munsters. We're the Munsters and the Addams family combined, my family, I mean, I have a wonderful family, but we're the most well-known people in our town. We really are. Everybody knows us. I mean, we're just all pieces of work in a good way, kind of a piece of work in a good way. And we all have great personalities. And I think it's our personalities that we have that maybe make people remember us, I guess. And we're all just nice people. We're a nice family. So, be smart. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Singa Lady, welcome, welcome. Singa Lady. Singa Lady has a wonderful, wonderful channel. And she can one of my mods drop Singa Lady's link, please. She has a growth channel. And Salvatore says, I like the Munsters and Addams family. Yes. How did the song go? Let me see. I know it by heart, but I can't even sing it right now. They're a little, the Addams family, da, 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 da. We're a little goofy, Goofy's good, Goofy, is good. But Singa Lady has a great growth channel. So please, please do connect with her. You will grow there, and you will grow over there. She really has a great channel. And so please do go over to her channel. And please go to each of yours: New Horizons, Salvatore, Renee, Fordman's, Scott's, Happy Place. Oh, thank you. They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. I love it. I love it. I think we're probably more like the Munsters, but I like the Addams Family song. Da, 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 da. I love the old TV shows. I do not watch Rawling Homestead and Wild Edibles. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you. I love, I'm going to tell y'all, we have cable right now, but we're getting it disconnected for the 100th time. And I have these plastic rabbit ears. Now, I grew up with the metal rabbit ears, but I go to Big Lots, and for $10, don't get the expensive ones. The $10 ones work. They're a piece of plastic. They're called like amplifiers or something, TV amplifiers. And we live way far from a big city. And we get about 35 channels. And we do get ABC, NBC, CBS. And it's a piece of plastic that costs $10. Stick it in the window, and you get all these channels. And you have to move it around a little bit. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's very, very good. And you save all that cable, but I don't like to watch TV. And so I watch old TV shows, like out of the 50s and 60s, the Munsters, the Addams Family, Andy Griffith, I Love Lucy, all the old ones that were truly genuinely good comedy. Green Acres, my favorite. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, Petticoat Junction. I grew up on this. Hee Haw. Hee Haw. I grew up on Hee Haw. And Hee Haw. I grew up on all those old shows with rabbit ears. And my babysitters, I was 6 years old, and I had these two babysitters, and Irene and Charles, and they sold Amway in their little old Rambler green station wagon with their dog Pee Wee, and we would go around delivering Amway products. And Charles smoked cigars. They were an old couple, and he smoked cigars. And Irene was a bit senile, and she liked to get into the wine at night. And she would sit in this hard chair and watch TV. He would sit over there on his couch and smoke a stogie and chew tobacco. And I would sit in the middle chair, and I was like their child, and they loved me, and they took me around. They told everybody I was their child, and they babysitted me because my mama was going to nursing school, and she was a single mom. And my parents had divorced at that stage, and which was sad and very traumatic. And I've talked about that all. And but nonetheless, they were like additional grandparents, and they were wonderful. But they were very kooky, and so they would watch Hee Haw all the time. They loved Hee Haw and the Honeymooners. And so today, I still love the Honeymooners. I love Hee Haw. I love all the good shows. And then there was a show that used to spook me out called, I think it was called the Kraft Theater. And they used to have different stories on there, kind of like the Twilight Zone type of thing, but a little bit different. And I loved all of that. I love that. So that's the kind of shows that I watch. I watch those, but I don't watch much TV at all. And I do have a couple wisdom teachers that I listen to online that come on nightly, but I don't listen to them every night because I don't have time now. But plus, I pretty much am the wisdom teacher now. After all these years, I've accumulated a lot. So, but yeah, so like I said, I will come on when I can. And let's see, nice to see you. Thank you, Panoya Hoy. Panoya Hoy, I come to your channel all the time, and you for some reason, you don't see me there, but I always share you out. I always love to share you out. I come over long enough, probably because I don't stay long, but I come over long enough to share you out. I share you out. And Mork and Mindy, I was never into that, Scott, but that was kind of after my generation. I'm still kind of back I was born in the 50s, the 50s. And so I kind of grew up in the late, I remember President Kennedy when he got shot, because I remember being in first grade, and I was coming out to get on the bus, and I heard the teacher say to the school nurse say to the teacher, "Did you hear?" So I go back that far. I Love Lucy was my favorite. I dyed my hair red once, and people called me and my husband Lucy and Ricky. I love the old shows. I love the old shows. I do. And I love reading. I'm going to tell you my favorite book is called A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. It's an old book. You can go to the library to find it. You can find it online. But I'm going to tell you, you can get the movie for free on YouTube. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's in full. You get the full movie. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, 1942 or 43 it was made in. It's a black and white movie. It is an awesome, awesome, awesome movie. It's about a little girl who grows up in a very poor neighborhood in the Bronx or Brooklyn around 1900. And you will love that movie. Watch it, watch it, watch it. It's here on YouTube. And the other one is Tobacco Road, made in the early 40s. I grew up with Blondie and Dagwood, Ma and Pa Kettle, all of those good old movies. I grew up at Ginger Rogers, Fred Astaire, all of those, all of those. I can't relate to any of the movies and any of the TV shows now. I'm stuck. I'm kind of outdated, but I don't mind being outdated. I don't want to catch up. I don't want to catch up. I'm happy living in the 50s and 60s. And I still love bell-bottom pants. I love bell-bottom pants. I had the mini, midi, and maxi. The one, I don't know if anyone remembers the mini, midi, and maxi coat where you got to unzip it in layers. You can make it maxi and unzip one layer, make it midi, and unzip the next layer and make it mini. And I had one of those, and I had mini skirt, hot pants. I lived through the disco era, so I had the big hair, the platform shoes, all of that. The bell-bottom pants, knee rouge shirts. Remember, men used to wear knee rouge shirts. Those were back in I think the late 60s. So I've seen all the fashions. So, well, you know what? I'm going to go. And I just wanted to come on. It was kind of an impromptu. It wasn't anything like I'm going to plan anything I got to say. I didn't have anything special to say tonight. Just wanted to get on here and come in here with y'all and check in and let y'all know I'm not going to be on here every night. Some nights I'll jump on, some nights I won't. Just kind of check around my channel around 10 o'clock time. If I'm going to come on, I'll come on around that time. Next week is going to be really something. The next couple of weeks are going to be really something because I've got all the schoolwork coming in, and I'm going to be really driving back and forth to college and all of that. But I'll make my videos, and you get to see me. I'll do videos at college and saying I'm a college student and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. But I just want to thank y'all. Y'all wonderful. And we are family here. And like Gina says, Van Life with Gina says, we're a family. And yeah, I know that. We used to do the aluminum foil too, New Horizons. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, New Horizons. Thank you. I love Grease. My son loves that song from Grease. I can't remember, Summer Love or something like that. He loves that song. He's in there playing. My youngest son, who's 20, he's in there playing. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. He's in there playing Farmville. I have good kids. My kids have never drank, never smoked, never done anything like that. And they're really good kids. They're not perfect. They're, like me, I'm not perfect. But thank you, Fordman. Thank you so much. Welcome, Cyril. Thank you so much. Adave Craze. Thank you. Thank you. EFTV Vlog. Thank you. If anyone else is listening, please put a comment in here so I know you were here. Just say hi or whatever. I'd appreciate that because I don't know. I have no idea. But so he loves Farmville, and he's got a YouTube channel, but he doesn't have any content yet. So I'm trying to get him to decide what his content is going to be so I can begin to, he can come on my stream with me. And thank you. Thank you, Cyril. Thank you. I'm getting off here, EF. Tonight, I'm getting ready to say goodnight to everybody. And I'm so happy you came. And EF, I will be here. Like I said, I'm not every night, but usually if I'm coming on, it's about this time of night, about 11 o'clock, or 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:15, somewhere. It depends on who else is on. If my friends are on, I try not to come on until after they're done. It's kind of hard to predict it and know. Jessica says, I used to play Farmville long ago, but no time anymore. Yeah, he just kind of does it to relax, and it's a good game. But he is a wonderful son, and he goes to college. He lives here at home, and he, as soon as he decides what his channel is going to be, I'm going to bring him up so y'all can meet him. He's a wonderful son. And so we can kind of get his channel up and going. And too as well. But I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to pray for you. I'm here to inspire you. I don't give advice. I don't give suggestions. Like I said, I just share with you how I live my life, and I just want to inspire others to find their own way in life. And whatever your way happens to be, whatever your direction happens to be, whatever your right direction happens to be. Okay. And so I thank all of you for being here, each one of you. And I pray blessings over each one of you. I pray success over each one of you. I pray health, wellness, restored relationships over each one of you. I pray for success, great success over each of your lives. Whatever success means to you, whatever is within the content of your divine purposes, may you have great success. May you have blessings abundantly, abundantly. Thank you, ninth element. Thank you. Well, I am going to go, and I'm going to go relax a little bit. I'm just going to go, and I took my bubble bath already. I did. I took my bubble bath. So now I'm just going to go kind of chill out a little bit, answer some comments, and I'm going to head on to bed. And well, God bless you all. May God bless all of you. And so thank you to my moderators. Thank you to my guests. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to those who've been here for the first time or those who have been here many times. Thank you. So from my house to your house, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to y'all soon again. Good night.